We're seeing some OG privacy coins doing extremely well. ZEC, Zcash, up 15%. Zen, Zen, up 25%. That has optional privacy features on there. And I'm sure there's some other smaller ones that I'm not quite aware of. Privacy sector isn't something that we really have hammered on during the cycle because of all these regulatory overreaches that have really put downward pressure on those charts. Now that some of that is gone, I think maybe we start to see some privacy coins and some new privacy products available on the open market, which is always good to see. Also, I think with him being arrested and now this maybe being dropped in court, hopefully he gets out of prison and hopefully he takes that government for a run and takes a lot of money for that sentence that he's had to serve here if deemed innocent. I think this also bodes well for Free Ross movement, as yes, he created a similar product. Yes, there was drugs, whatever, but he essentially just created a decentralized website in which people could use Bitcoin for Silk Road. So I think he's going to get out of jail. Trump has already said he's going to do it. So I think this is a big win, not for crypto, but really for human rights and the rights to privacy and the rights to software development, kind of like the pump fund live streams. Like, do I think the pump fund people should be arrested? No, the people who are getting on there and degenerating using the live stream for illegal manners, those are the people who should be getting arrested. They're the ones doing the illegal things. And the service provider is trying to take down things as fast as they can, but they created a decentralized platform. So that's how I look at it. I think it's a big win. And probably the pump fund people are also pretty happy about this too, because that kind of, in case they get in trouble, it's like, hey, we just built a platform. We try to remove people the best we can, just like a YouTube, but things slip through the cracks.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Couldn't agree with that more. You're not responsible for what someone does with the decentralized tech that you build. That's just asinine. Yeah, looking at some of the privacy coins up big today. OXO up 60% today. Cloak token up 50%. Celius 41, another 41, 35. Zcash they're up almost 30% on the day. So yeah,
jeez, I'm moving.
Privacy coins responding very, very well to that news there. And again, big win for crypto and like you said, privacy for individual privacy as a whole. So what else do we got? Jim Cramer strikes again.
The funny thing is he created the pump that we just saw because near the lows he said, no, don't own Bitcoin or MicroStrategy, and now he's creating this top. So I'll let you take it away. I actually had a tweet when he was talking when it was like 69, 70,000. I said, inverse Kramer. Kramer says that Trump's going to lose election. So that means Trump's going to win. Bitcoin's going to go to $100,000 by the end of the year. And look, we've already gone to 99 and we still got a month to go. So go ahead, Nate, take it away.
Well, I mean, speaking of your call, you've been calling 100K Bitcoin for the end of this year for a long time now. I think we can say 99,550.
99 counts,
that's 100K, right?
If you're on Coinbase, not using the advanced feature, you're a noob. It was 100,000 when you bought it with fees. All right, so there we go.
But there'll still be people in your comments, I'm sure. No, you called 100K, it only went to 99,500.
Funny thing is, even some of my buddies, when we're sitting down, in the high 50s, 60,000 right before the election, whatever, they're like, man, we're gonna need some massive green candles to get that 100K in Bitcoin. I'm like, you guys haven't been to Bitcoin very long. Thing can move rapidly. And also, people get caught up in the dollar figure. You got to start looking at the percentage figure. Like everybody's talking about this massive crash that just happened in Bitcoin. It's like we're down like 5%, guys.
Yeah,
that's like nothing for crypto. So when Bitcoin was at 60,000, 70,000, it's like, okay, we got to go up 40%. 40% in 3 months. That ain't very much in crypto, and we've done it rapidly. But go ahead and talk about Kramer here.
We did that.
And how does this guy still make money? This guy is still making a salary. This guy has a private group that is making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and I've never seen him make a good call in his goddamn life. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, the inverse Kramer index went from a meme to like one of the most well-trusted trading platforms that's in crypto Twitter today. The second he came out and endorsed Bitcoin at like 98 or 99,000, whatever it was, everyone was like just all over CT. No, fuck you, Jim Cramer. Why would you do this to us? And like clockwork, like with immediately starts tanking. Yeah, from 98 to under 90. I think we were around 99 and it went to 93 or something like that. But it's just, I mean, who knows? Obviously, the guy, I've seen articles where they show he makes lots of good calls as well. We're a bit, confirmation bias on crypto Twitter. No one's going to, tweet out.
Yeah, his and I think his thing is quote unquote good calls. Because when I used to work in traditional finance, when I would get off work, I would go home, I would eat my dinner, and I would put him on because he'd be on, right around 5 p.m. my time or whatever, and I could watch it. And his thing is, he brings a lot of good people on that end up being big successes, or kind of half endorses them, and he does well over the long term. Like he had whatever T-Mobile on, and now it's done well over the past 5 years since I've watched that episode. But his macro and micro timing is like laughably off.
Yeah.
He would be the crypto trader. He'd be like Michael Saylor before this last run. Like, yeah, he's buying every top, but he has conviction. He'll be right eventually. And then Bitcoin goes to 100K. And it's like, well, look, my average, I bought some at 69,000 the last top, but we're up to 100. Like, he won. He's right. If you did DCA, you're going to be okay. But if you're taking his trades in real time, trying to do micro day trading or swing trading, his timing is atrocious. And you probably should do the inverse Kramer, and you'd make a lot of money. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy with him. The timing that we've seen on the crypto industry, at least, because it's thinner order books. And I think people do see that and start to be like, well, inverse Kramer might be right again. Maybe I need to sell some Bitcoin or short some positions.
Yeah, broken Crocs right twice a day. I agree. You make 1,000 calls in a year. Over the last 2 decades, some of them are going to pan out for you. But yeah, within the last few years, it's been hilariously bad his timing with literally picking the Pico top to call something that it dumps, and the Pico bottom telling people to get out of it, and it rips to the upside.
Yeah, and now supporting Bitcoin now is kind of laughable because here's the thing. Jim Cramer was early-ish to Bitcoin and Ethereum. He went on Pomp Show and bought it. He bought it before the last run, the last bull market run, and he sold it, not all the way up, but he sold some. But then he flipped his tune almost like Gary Gensler, like somebody's paying him to hate on it. Said, don't own anything. I sold it all. Get rid of your ETH. It's digital fake money, da-da-da. It's like, wait a second. You went on Pomp Show. You were all about it. Now you're kind of mad that you sold it early, and now it's going down to you're riding on this train of it's a scam. And then now you're going to say Bitcoin's a winner at 99,000 because what? There's Bitcoin ETFs and all the institutions are now supporting it. It's almost like Peter Schiff. You were so early to the opportunity. You started to see the light, and then for some reason you switched your tune, called it a scam at the worst opportune time, and now you want to get favorable because everybody's getting on board. It's just kind of odd. People have no conviction. They do a lot of flip-floppy, a lot of hypocrisy, and maybe that's because there's people in their wallet book and they need to keep making the salary. I don't know who's telling these people to say these things about it, but it's just kind of weird how somebody so smart and in the finance industry can do such big 180s and 360s on an industry. I don't understand.
Well, and for I get it. He's a personality. He's a TV personality. That's why he's had such a long run on TV. Is he's flamboyant. He's smashing stuff with bats and he's yelling and he's crying and stuff. What's the number one rule in trading, whether it's crypto or stocks? It's don't let your emotions rule your trades. It's all supposed to be logically based, statistically based by the numbers, and that's how you make money. Jim Cramer was bawling 6 months ago, crying about how Bitcoin was going up and how he felt so bad about it.
It makes no money. It makes no sense. It's a scam. Oh my God, Coinbase. What do you mean? They're not even making money. Oh, it's Coinbase went from $40 to $400. Congratulations, you missed out on a 10x in traditional finance.
Well, and I think that is a great, metaphor for a lot of what we see in our industry, in the KO industry, in Web3 as well. Anybody that is overly emotional, making out of this world claims, anybody that's using explicit language of the biggest, the first, the best, whether it's a KOL or a project that's pitching you, we're the fastest, biggest, first, no, you're not. I can probably find 10 other decks within an hour that are doing the same thing that you are and probably doing it bigger, better, and faster. So just got to be wary of anybody that's just overly emotional, overly flamboyant like that. What they're really selling or what they're marketing themselves, right? It's about the attention.
Right.
That's why
it's the entertainment.
Exactly.
And I was going to say, unfortunately, that's what gets the attention. Even in crypto, Chico Crypto, you know how he got huge? Chico Crypto got huge by calling CZ a scam and projecting fraud and trying to prove on-chain fraud and this, that, and the other. Well, guess what, Chico? BNB went from $9 to $800. Binance became the biggest exchange. CZ eventually, after 4 cycles of you saying he's a fraud and a scammer, went to jail for 6 months, and he's back free with nothing wrong with it. And Binance has BSC, 4 months. And BSC network is a top 3 network. But yet Chico Crypto has millions of followers. But if you listen to him, you missed out on some of the biggest opportunities of the last cycle, and those occurred on the BSC network. So it's people love the entertainment, the what if, the drama, the Real Housewives, but that is not what is going to make you money in finance. That is not what's going to make you consistent money in crypto or any industry. So yes, you can watch that for fun, but it's kind of just messed up that this ecosystem rewards that entertainment quality. Rewards it even though you're not making money doing it. And why are we all here in crypto? Financial freedom, decentralized finances, new utility, DeFi, banking in a new way. These are all things that you probably don't want to have too much entertainment or emotion on. You're trying to find wins, you're trying to stack passive income, and you're trying to build a brighter future. But that's just the way the human brain's wired, and I think that goes back to the pump fund live streams and the degeneracy over there. Everybody wants to get a quick hit of dopamine, and we need to dial it back. There's plenty of dopamine to go around when Bitcoin goes up 40% in a year.
Absolutely. It all comes full circle, from Jim Cramer screaming and crying to people pretending to shoot their dogs on pump.fun. It's all goes back to the same elements. Don't let your emotions rule your trades. Don't let your emotions make you pick meme coins. Build a plan and stick with it.